Hi guys, I'm Sarah Monroe. On this channel, we're trying to learn how to become honorable ancestors through esoteric practices and learning how to live alongside Mama in any other weird witchy way that I want to express myself, or maybe what you guys want to see here do. Who knows? Who knows where this journey is going to take us? But this is going to be my first in a series of videos where I talk about my journey to becoming monetized through YouTube. So just to give you a little bit of an understanding of what that means. So anyone can post on YouTube, clearly, as long as it falls within the guidelines, but not everybody is aiming to become monetized and not everybody will. So what does it mean to become monetized, and how does that benefit the person who does? So when you become a monetized channel, you get paid for every view of your video. The amounts vary, I'm sure that they do, and also the amounts vary between monetized videos and your YouTube shorts. I am right now in this moment fully focusing on my YouTube long form videos. So that's anything that is longer than a short. Typically speaking, when you are getting monetized for a video to qualify to be paid, it has to be at least 8 minutes. So I am encouraging myself to have at least 8-minute long videos. If you look back, I usually run about 14 to 17, and I do have one really long, almost 45-minute video. But that one was necessary. I apologize if you're hearing all kinds of noise in the background. That is my dog eating and drinking, and she's being very loud about it. But hopefully the mic's not picking it up. Anyways, so you have to have, for one video to be monetized, it has to be at least 8 minutes. And the way that you qualify to become monetized is you have to, in a 12-month period for long form videos, to get ad spend monetized, you have to have, or ad program, it is 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. Now you can become a part of what they call the fan funding feature. So this allows the people who are actually watching your videos that actually interact with you for a way for them to help you make money. And that one gets you involved in what's called super chat, super stickers, and then channel memberships. That one in a 90-day period has to have 3,000 watch hours and 500 subscribers. So there's different tiers of being able to qualify for things. The long game allows you 12 months, so a really long time to be able to get to that. And the other ones where it allows your fans to be a part of it, it's a really concentrated, really quick and dirty in 90 days. You have to qualify for these things. But then there's also the opportunity to do YouTube shorts. So YouTube shorts, it is also within a 90-day period, 1,000 subscribers, and either 10 million short views. So I'm assuming that's collective. So any of your shorts, just adding that time together, not one specific, because that would be crazy. Or 4,000 valid public watch hours in the last 12 months. Now, we're not going to get too far into this because right now in my journey, like I said, I'm really trying to stay focused on the long form content. And then when I become more confident in that is when I will venture into the YouTube shorts. Doesn't mean I'm not going to post YouTube shorts. I'm just not aiming to make my channel monetize through that capacity. So what I wanted to do in this video is explain my first 4 weeks on this journey. But what I want to do first is show you what my analytics look like for January of 2025. Now, the reason why I wanted to start back at the new year, it just kind of makes sense to show you what I looked like beforehand and then where I'm going, where I'm aiming to go. So this YouTube channel started in 2021. And it wasn't necessarily for public facing things. So I have a lot of unlisted videos. So you'll see some blocks in some of the things that I will share on my screen. You'll see some images that have been blocked out because some of them aren't appropriate for me to share because they were meant for a closed group of for my gatherings and what have you. So in January of 2025, I have 2 views, 0.1 time or hours of watch hours, and I had 0 new subscribers. Now, when I started this channel, I did post one public facing video, and I call it my my music video to a spoken word that I created. Now, in this, because I posted that in 2021, whatever views I get on that do not qualify, because you has to be with something that you post within that first 12 months. And if memory serves me correct, any YouTube channel that has been monetized, their videos only that they get paid for only count for the last 12 months. So if you went back and you look at someone who posted 2 years ago a video and they're a monetized channel, doesn't matter if you watch that video. I believe that they don't get paid for that. So you have a 12-month rolling counter, and then once the 12 months happens, it drops off and that one's no longer qualified. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't watch it, especially if you enjoy that person's content. Just simply, it just doesn't count towards the money that they'll get paid to create this content. So January, I had 2 views, basically 0 watch hours, and no new subscribers. Now, my very first video I posted on February 21st, 2025. And that is my first in the having coffee with our ancestor videos. So I'm going to do one more of those, and then I'm going to make it go monthly as opposed to it being weekly. However, I do want to say this. I posted on February 21st, and then I didn't post again until March 2nd, and then I didn't post again until March 22nd. So there is a jump between the first 3 videos of a lot of length of time in between those 3. And then I have challenged myself to post as often as possible. I haven't yet made like a 7-day challenge, a 14-day challenge, so on and so forth. Although I do see that in the future, because I want to, it's not, for me, it's not just about growing the channel to become monetized. It's about creating the backlog of content to be on the channel. So I'm going to go back to my analytics. Give me just one moment. So I posted my first video on February 22nd. So this next screen that I'm going to share with you is for the week prior to that. So again, I had 3 views, almost 0 watch hour times, just because it is what it is. And then I also had 0 subscribers. So we went from January to the week before I posted my first video. And again, those don't count towards my monetization journey, simply because it was from a video I posted in 2021. So now here is the image of the first week that I posted. So if you look up in the custom time frame corner, it shows February 16th to the 22nd. So that's Sunday the 16th to Saturday the 22nd. I believe that's what it is. And in this, you can see that my views have jumped up, my watch time hours have jumped up, and my subscribers have jumped up. Now, I can't remember if I've already said it in the video. I think I did, but I'm just going to say it again. I started out with this first post already having 10 subscribers because of the video I posted in 2021. And I'm 99% sure I know all of the people who followed me. So I have 3 new subscribers from this one. Now, I did not tell anybody in the first 3 videos that I had a YouTube channel. I wanted to keep it to myself. I just wanted to see what I was trying to figure out, where my growth was going to be. And of course, it's going to be a lifetime journey of where my growth is going to be. But I was not prepared to tell the world that I had a YouTube channel. So, and not everybody still knows. Like, I've sent out one newsletter because of my the business that I have, but I haven't really delved into pushing my YouTube because I'm not ready to. I want to have about 10 videos before I really start pushing and hammering home where I'm at in my YouTube journey. Okay, so that is the week of my very first video. So from here forward, the watch time hours are going to continue to go up. And I believe that it is the all encompassing. I don't think that's just for the week, but you know what? I could be completely wrong, but we'll see. Okay, so my next video is February 23rd to March 1st. On that week, I had 29 views, 1.9 watch hours. So that is separated. That does make sense. And I had 4 additional subscribers. Then the following week, March 2nd through the 8th of 2025, I had 153 watch views, 5.2 watch hours, and 9 additional subscribers. March 9th through the 15th, I had 4 views, 0.4 watch hours, and no subscribers. And that's the way this game is played, guys. Like, where you're going to have really great weeks and you're going to have really bad weeks and weeks that kind of bum you out. And my reasoning behind starting this YouTube channel is worth these little heartbreaks. And if you would like to know why, I'm just going to superimpose maybe right through here, or maybe it's like something up here. I don't know, guys. Please go watch the top 4 reasons why I started my YouTube channel. And I feel like number 1 might surprise you. Number 4 probably will too. Okay, so that's March 9th through the 15th. And then we've got the 16th through the 22nd. I had 19 views, 1.5 watch times, and 5 subscribers. And then the most up to date, so the March 23rd through the 29th, which is today, I had 111 views, 7.8 watch time hours, and 11 extra subscribers. So in total, right now in this moment, I have 42 subscribers. So as of the recording of this video, I have 287 views. I have 14.9 watch time hours for this month. And then I have 25 additional subscribers. Now, if I wanted to go and see what I look like from February to right now. So if you include both February and March in my watch time hours, I have 19.5 watch time hours, and I have 32, I gained 32 followers. So collectively I have 42 followers. So we're going to have a little fun. We're going to do a little math. So give me just a second. So I'm going to be keeping this board up on my refrigerator to act as an encouragement of where I want my growth to go so that I can get to the goal that I've set for myself, which again is to become monetized. I don't have a time frame that I would like to be monetized with. Although to be able to get monetized, I have to have that within a year. But I believe it's a rolling year. So if my February, like if I don't gain it by February of 2026, I could still possibly get it in February or March of 2026, just because it is the collective. It's the collective, not just, from the first time you post to the following year. It's a collective thing. I hope that makes sense. It makes sense in my brain. But all right, guys. So if I need 4,000 watch time hours, it's going to be backwards for you guys. Sorry about that. And I need 1,000 subscribers as of March 29th, 25. This is what I have. So I have 19.5 watch time hours. You guys would not be able to see that that's a 19, so I'm going to redo that. I have 19.5 watch time hours and 32 subscribers. Editing Sarah here, and I'm a silly goose, and I was subtracting my new subscribers from when I very first started. So it's actually 42, not 32. We're just going to pretend that didn't happen. Okay, love you, bye. So it's going to be a countdown tracker to 0. That's what we're going to call it. Okay, we've got 4,000. Our goal is 4,000 watch time hours, and we have 19.5. So I need 3,980.5 more watch time hours. And again, that's backwards for you. And I need 968 more subscribers. All right, guys. So this is my countdown to 0. So every week we'll come back and we'll see where we're at. And one of the things that I wanted to discuss in this video, but it's already like 16 minutes long, so I'm going to make this real quick. So the equipment that I'm using in this video, super simple. It's the current phone that I have, and I'm using the front-facing camera, so it means it's a lower quality resolution because I need to be able to see that I'm recording. I've tried to mirror it to my computer. I try to mirror it to my TV. I think it's such an old model that things aren't compatible. I'm using a very old Mac laptop. I think it's from 2015 or 2016. So because of that, because I can only go up to so many updates, the computer won't allow me to download DaVinci Resolution. So right now I am using iMovie. I'm using a microphone that I just got off of an online retailer who shall remain nameless. So I'm using really simple equipment because I know that one day I'm going to be able to afford and justify spending money on the microphone that I actually want, an updated computer, laptop, but honestly, a computer system I think might be better for long form content because of, I don't know. I just think, and I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong, let me know. And I'm using my phone, and one day I might get an upgraded phone specifically just for this, or I might get a camera that will require me to learn new techniques and what have you. But that's the start of my journey. That's my first 4 weeks. I had good times. I had a lot of like sudden followers or watchers. And then I've had weeks where I got 0 and 0. So it is what it is. And I'm enjoying the journey and trying to figure it out. So hopefully you'll see me back for next week, so I can talk about the updates and then some things that I'm trying to learn to do to make my content more not watchable, because I'm a watchable silly little bitch. It's more enticing, I guess. Sure. All right, guys, I hope to see you next time. I hope you watch some of my videos. Some video is probably going to pop up in this area of my phone, and my phone's telling me it's got low power, so I got to go. All right, guys, see you next time. Bye.